Hey everyone, it's Mary with SayreSeer Tarot. This is your daily tarot or channel message for November 27th, 2020. Happy Friday. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving for those in the in the U.S. It is Thanksgiving right now, and I'm so full that I can, well, I'm just not used to being this full. But I enjoy it, and I cooked all day, so that was nice. So we're going to start with Sad Embrace. Okay, this is the Enchanted Map Tarot. Enchanted Map Oracle. So Sad Embrace is 45, which is 9. And 9 is like the end of a cycle. It's like the wrap-up lesson sometimes, Like, wrap it up. Are you suffering over your suffering? Do you feel that life is treating you unfairly in that you've been robbed or deprived of what you're entitled to? Do you long for a love that eludes you, or the success that has been bestowed upon others? Righteous anger and a sense of entitlement leads to a trap of ego. Your suffering and loss will pass if you let them. If you hold on to your perception of unfairness, you'll find yourself in its tight grip, unable to breathe freely. The only solution is to drop your victim stance and embrace the sadness so that it may dissipate naturally in time. Trials and tribulations build character, which it is its own gift. Find something to be grateful for and take responsibility for your part in all matters. However painful it may be to sit with your sadness, remember that you are loved and will not be left adrift forever. Have faith for this too. For this too shall pass. You are not a victim, only a travel on a hero's journey. It's okay to just be disappointed for now. But know that someday you'll look back and see the great value in this experience. And isn't that true? It's like sometimes, the sad things do happen. People die, I don't know why I said that. That sounded bad. It was because I was thinking about, I had a husband that passed away, and here's really cool. And he got cancer, like, we weren't even married 6 months. He got cancer, and he died. There was nothing I could do to save him. And I didn't know how to treat cancer. I didn't know. I knew there was something we could have done if we knew that. We knew more, but we didn't. So that was a lesson, It was a lesson, but I also understood that I was there to see him on his way, that it was a gift that I was not going to leave him. That it was a gift that I was going to be strong. And it was a gift, the strength that I would find in myself. Oh, and afterwards I was a mess. I couldn't hardly even function. And it was a gift when I pulled myself up. So we have those things that happen. And that, because after like a situation like that, he had kids and I didn't have children yet. I was like, why was I left? Well, he was so much better than me, or so I thought. But then I realized eventually that a child was waiting for me to be her mommy, and that there was other things I was supposed to do. And maybe it was just time for him to go, Sometimes I think there might be more than one exit plan. I don't know why I'm talking about all this on one card. So, anyway, I hope that helped somebody there. So I felt kind of the victim for a while, because I could feel that little soul. My daughter was waiting to come, but I didn't, I felt like my life as a mom or his wife and our relationship, and I didn't understand. But sometimes that's just not the way it's supposed to go, So, I don't know why I need to tell you this, okay? So, but they're saying keep going. So, I haven't had a relationship like over 7 years. I see people that have been married years and years and years, but it's not about the longevity. It's about the lessons. I don't know if you have your life path. I'm a life path 9. I'm supposed to be wrapping this stuff up. So, I don't know. I mean, I've learned to not be lonely, I mean, I never really was lonely, but the relationship brought great lessons. Okay. So I don't know if somebody's going through that and somebody's saying, well, why aren't these working out? Maybe it's about the lessons in them that are a great catalyst for growth that you couldn't have any other way. Okay. That's what the pain does. The loss does. The decisions do. Okay. So this is Beneath the Veil of Sophia. Okay. And this is about creating and activating your DNA. So she's wearing purple like I have on. See that? Her hair is strands of DNA. Okay. Beneath the Veil of Sophia. Okay. Expanded love is let the arts be a catalyst to bringing your inner visions and ideas into form. Anything you can dream, you can have the power to create. So today's reading was about creating. It was about what you could dream. How would you live your life if money was not an object, right? What would you do? What would you trade for all of your heart's desires, for what you need for, yeah. Sophia is referred to as a goddess of wisdom or the world soul. In Central and Eastern Europe, she is still revered today as a bride of God and the primal force and vehicle of creation. In the Grail castle of Karlstein, a distinction is still made between her and Mary. Sophia is the woman clothed with the sun, with moon under her feet and 12 stars above her head, while Mary is being carried by angels to her. That's really neat, right? In this painting, Sophia is unveiling herself as creatrix. Her hair turns into DNA from which lightning strikes the sea, as scientists suggest may have been the catalyst beginning life on Earth. So I just told that story about my daughter, right? About that I had a child. I mean, that there was a child waiting for me when I was struggling. It's about creating life, right? It's about creating, period. Okay, let's just keep that there. The sad embrace and the shift and what we lose was to put us possibly in a new stage of creation. Okay? Okay, so what do we need to know about this sad embrace reversed? And it's almost like a request to look at things from a different perspective. Kind of reminds me of the Pisces, like that Pisces card, the Hangman, and a little bit of the Hermit also. The Hermit is lighting your own path and trying to see what maybe you didn't see before. I got nothing popping. There it is. Okay. So this is about the sad embrace. So I have the Ace of Wands. So this is about creation here. It's about a new start, a creation, right? And I'm using the purple cards. That's so cool. So what will you create? This is the Apprentice card, the Three of Pentacles. Okay, Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Let's learn again. Let's start again. On our next cycle of love or whatever it is, let's try to create what we really want, not just be there and just like react, okay? So let's take the stance of what do I want to build here? Who do I want to work with? Maybe before we even meet anybody or go to the next lesson, let's think about what we want. What's going on around me? What do I want to do with that? Or how would I change it? Or what could I do? So, but it's about, they're saying that it's about what is being presented in front of you. So you know what to tackle, what to address, because they'll show you, okay? Okay, so then I have the Death card reversed, and so this is about, it may be a resistance to change. It may be a resistance to putting something and leaving it behind. Like to going through that transition, that transmutation, or that leaving something behind, that digging out the old, putting an end to it. Yeah. Okay. Because there's a new path here. There's a fork in the road. And without making the change and deciding to allow the ending of something, that this path may not be clear otherwise. So 2 of Wands is like the young emperor. This is when you're starting to master your life. You've done quite a bit, but you're really inspired, and you have the world. You realize that the world is really open to you, and that you can create anything. So that's what this place of creation of life. What will you create with this life? Now that it looks a little bit different. Okay, I'm going to get another deck here. So let's look at, so this was in the sad embrace. So it was, how did you create that with the people? Okay, so they want me to go back again, not just, talk about the past, but also to talk about, not to just talk about what you will create, but what have you created by who you worked with. When you were inspired, what happened there? To look at that while you reflect on what the future, what you want in the future, okay? So let's look beneath the veil of Sophia about activating your DNA. The lightning activated the DNA, spark of light. So I have the King of Swords. Well, whatever we create from here, let's make sure that we're, educated as much as we can about it, that we learn about it, that we're honest, and we're straightforward. And we don't go off in willy-nilly directions. That won't serve, that won't bring this. That's what they're saying, willy-nilly. That's for someone in particular. There's a hangman. New perspective, because looking at the way we created before and what we do want to have, what do we need to leave behind? That's that death process. Who do we work with that maybe we don't want to work with that kind of person anymore, or don't want to be in that same position? The way we react too, it has a lot to do with that. Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so Hangman is looking from a different perspective, staying there until you can see things more clearly. Do you feel different about them? Do you have confidence about it? It's all part of that same thing. That's also a card of Pisces, okay? Swords, King of Swords, it's Aries. Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So Page of Swords, reversed, is about infiltration, like how somebody may get in just to gossip. Somebody may get in, maybe have gotten in with you in the past to just undermine you. It's not a real good energy right there. Yeah, and pages are about communication. So there's this thing about maybe you should vet people better, consider screening people better, take the time to know them, anybody you let near. Because there's a vulnerability that maybe somebody here allowed by not waiting, by rushing too much, by being too trusting, okay? And there's a 9 of Swords here because that creates that anxiety and fear. Fear about the future based on the past decisions. But if we change how we looked at the past and allow that rebirth to happen, then it has the opportunity to shift. And that we know we don't have to be afraid because we have confidence. So I know where I messed up. I want a new start, but I remember where the change occurred, where I let my guard down. That I'm not going to let it again because of doing it in a different way. It's part of that rebirth thing, that death and rebirth. That's this card of Scorpio, by the way. Also, we have a lot of fire here. A lot of air. Okay. All right, so 14 minutes. It's just a view on how to kind of work with some of the energy right now. There's a lot of creation. It's about using our imagination. Picture how we want the world to be. Picture how we want our family to be. Picture how we want our finances to be. Picture how we want a job to make us feel if we want to work. How do we want our family to make us feel? How do we want to feel, period? Not how that makes us feel. How do we feel when we see our family? Because it's about our own empowerment. I said that wrong, sorry. So I picture a job where I'm happy. I walk in, I know I'm going to receive the abundance. I know there's going to be opportunities. I know that. And if I get a little bit stuck somewhere, that I can make a minor shift, I'll see it. I trust that I have the capability to overcome any kind of glitch, any kind of bump in the road, or any separation from a loved one or myself. I have the ability to find myself again anytime I get on the wrong track. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there with you because I've been talking a lot. Happy Thanksgiving and happy November. We have a full moon in Gemini with an eclipse, a moon eclipse, something like that. So, yeah, I'm a Gemini, and so that ought to be fun. So, take care. I love you, and I'll see you soon.